This is not something that I want to comment about lah, right? It's not our goal to have this as a rating ke apa. Macam tu. Okay.
So korang boleh okay, sorry. So yang kita tahu result daripada investigation untuk kes Bounty Sports tu kan.
Yep.
Ada netizen yang tanya macam yang mungkin tanya atas dasar apa untuk rule tu cakap attempt untuk percubaan match PC tu. So daripada side Moonton, macam mana Moonton buat investigation on match PC tu mungkin boleh lagi transparent.
Okay, so regarding attempt tu kan, dalam penalty index kita, you have to clearly define lah. So dalam penalty index it is defined attempted ataupun deliberate kan. So in a case of attempted, we have to see what is the result in regards to macam mana diorang buat match fixing ni kan. So in this case, from what we've seen and from all the statements, the evidence as well as interview yang kita buat dengan semua pihak yang involved, it is an attempted. Yeah. Sebab if ada case yang it happens and it's deliberate, then we can actually check from our mic check, from our investigation juga. Tapi after we concluded our investigation ni semua, what we have deemed is that it's an attempted percubaan lah in terms of match fixing dari segi ni.
Okay, so dari segi bukti tu mungkin boleh transparent sikit. Adakah dari segi chat screenshot WhatsApp atau macam mana?
That is one. Memang ada screenshot dari semua pihak, bukan satu pihak sajalah, dari pihak Dominus, dari pihak Bounty, and we also collect statement daripada dua-dua side kan, dari from Bounty side, from Dominus semua, to understand segala yang apa yang terjadi during that period. And from there, yalah, like I mentioned, after we have gone through the whole process, that is where we come up with our conclusion. Yeah.
Mungkin ada setengah pihak kata mungkin Dominus tak bersalah, dia dijatuhkan hukuman. Ada setengah kata kenapa hanya Dominus saja yang dikenakan tindakan, sebaliknya yang lain tak ada.
I think in regards to this, dari evidence yang we look through and also a lot of discussions that we have in regards to this, unfortunately in this case it only points towards Dominus lah kan. The rest, there is no clear indication yang they are involved, and after we go through, dari segi semua kan, mic check semua juga, there is nothing that is pointing towards them lah. Yeah, so in this match fixing case, it is only Dominus yang bersalah.
Maksudnya dia serta-merta kena.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Soalan pasal kan ada match fixing and ada exclude about Bounty punya problem in terms of internal.
Yeah.
How does dia punya keputusan tu?
Okay, dia cakap dalam tu Bounty tak bersalah kan, ataupun tak ada kesalahan yang mungkin boleh dikaitkan di peringkat liga. Jadi mungkin boleh Chris boleh explain macam kesalahan tu macam mana?
I think untuk karya ni, right, it is an internal issue dalam organisasi Bounty, right. So unfortunately it was externalized, but referencing towards semua liga yang lain, whether traditional sports atau e-sports, right, internal issues is not something that is we can definitely penalize. Tapi we work together, we cooperate together dengan Bounty to understand apa isu yang terjadi dalam the organisation, right. And then from there we look at the statements and the evidence yang provided, and based off our penalty index, based off our rule book, there is tak ada kesalahan yang is evident at this point. However, we do maintain a close relationship with our stakeholders, with our teams, to ensure that they are aware of what they have to do as a team, as an organisation, to ensure the well-being of their players is always met at all times. Yeah.
So kalau untuk pihak MPL sendiri, sampai tahap mana yang mungkin MPL MY akan masuk campur dalam urusan?
We cannot give you a specific situation kan, sebab every situation is very different from one another, memang berbeza lah. So it will be case by case in terms of what happens, what we receive dari segi statement, evidence, proof, and then from there we will make the decision on when we have to masuk campur in terms of cases sebagai inilah. Yeah.
mungkin sikit sebanyak dengan kes yang berlaku ni ada tak menjejaskan MPL MY itu sendiri dengan mungkin pandangan daripada orang luar. Dia kata bukan sukan lain saja ada yang match fixing tapi e-sport pun ada juga.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Maksudnya menjejas MPL MY itu sendiri punya.
So dari segi ini I think what we have in terms of our SOP dengan guideline yang we ada untuk regarding this issue, from my opinion I don't feel like dia menjejaskan liga ini sebab we have our due process and we followed our due process untuk mengeluarkan result yang adil kan. So as mentioned tadi also from YB Adam Adli, at this point mungkin is pelajaran to semua player ataupun organisasi yang lain lah, whether dalam MPL MY ataupun di luar MPL MY.
Okay. So kita nampak yang disebabkan isu ni mungkin benda tu akan membuatkan MPMY makin orang kata engagement rating naik ke atau?
To me this is not something that I want to comment about lah, right? It's not our goal to have this as a rating ke apa. So for me and my job here is to ensure that our ecosystem is we abide dengan professionalism, integrity semua. So that is just my key goal lah in regards to this when it comes to the investigation, and if any issues like this terjadi, as I mentioned, kita ikut proses ataupun SOP yang kita sedia ada untuk investigate and come up with a conclusion.
Okay, yang yang pasal tahap ataupun the severity of the punishment. Kenapa ada orang macam persoalkan kenapa tak buat lifetime punishment? Kenapa bila setahun saja?
It is in our penalty index lah. Kita memang ada penalty index yang sedia ada. So we follow that very very closely, unless in severe cases. And in this case, it is attempted. Hence why we put down a 1-year ban from the ecosystem lah. So it is in line with what we have communicated with teams. It is aligned with what has been communicated in our penalty index. So kita harus ikutlah apa yang kita sudah align with teams as well.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.